So let's dive into billing, pricing, and support resources in AWS, which includes AWS cost management tools such as Cost Explorer and AWS cost and usage reports, the role of tags in cost allocation, AWS support, customer support resources, and support plans. Cost optimization in AWS. AWS offers fantastic opportunities for faster development, lower total cost of ownership, and increased agility. Whether you are a startup or a large corporation, AWS grows with your requirements and always provides exactly the services that are currently needed. When used correctly, of course, cost optimization helps you meet your financial and business objectives while only paying for what you need and use. It's not about using AWS as a traditional data center, but about being agile and investing time in innovation. So if you want to manage your resources and money appropriately and make economically wise decisions before expenses gets out of hand, cost optimization is the way to go. So the basics of cloud economics. So let's dive in, explore the value of cloud beyond just cost savings. One key aspect is the total cost of ownership. Cloud offers can achieve significant infrastructure cost savings through better supply and demand, matching elastic cost basis, and the elimination of hardware maintenance programs. For example, companies have seen a 50% reduction in TCO. Another area of improvement is staff productivity. Efficiency can be boosted through automation, the elimination of hardware related tasks, and increased developer productivity. Some companies have saved over 500 hours per year in server configuration time. Operational resilience. Operational resilience is also a major benefit with improved availability, security, and compliance. This includes reduced cost of planned and unplanned outages and an improved service level agreement. For instance, critical workloads run in multiple availability zones and regions for strong disaster recovery. Lastly, cloud economics can enhance business agility, loading to faster development of new features and applications. This is achieved through reduced time to market, increased operational agility, and a faster pace of innovation. Some companies have experienced a 75% launch of new products. In 2018, IDC found that companies using AWS saw a 62% more efficient IT infrastructure staff, nearly three times more features delivered, and 94% less time lost to unplanned downtime. Cloud economics is about more than just cost saving. With the right approach, the cloud can transform your entire business, making it more efficient and agile. Understanding total cost of ownership (TCO). TCO stands for total cost of ownership and is a comprehensive assessment of IT's total cost over time. These includes hardware and software acquisition, management and support, communications, end user expenses, and the opportunity cost of downtime, training, and other productivity losses. Using the cloud has greatly simplified the TCO assessments. Most additional costs are included in the cloud service prices, reducing the number of factors to take into account. For example, facility costs like space, power, and cooling are not a concern when using cloud resources. Understanding TCO is crucial for gaining a comprehensive overview of business cost and identifying potential issues and opportunities early on. Economies of scale at AWS. Economies of scale occurs when cost can be spread over a large number of customers. As more customers lead to higher AWS usage, more infrastructure is built, making the infrastructure cheaper and allowing for continuous price reductions. These cycle results in lower prices over time, benefiting both existing and new customers. With AWS, you can experience the advantages of economies of scale firsthand. AWS Cost Explorer, a powerful tool for cloud financial management within AWS. To access the Cost Explorer, head over to your billing dashboard and launch the tool. Once inside, you can visualize your usage patterns over time, identify underlying cost drivers, and detect anomalies. The Cost Explorer allows you to analyze your cost by different services, view detailed data tables, and even export the data for further analysis in tools like Excel. You can customize the time frame, group your data based on specific cost or usage, and refine your data set using various filters to gain deeper insights into your costs. Explore advanced options such as viewing untagged resources, analyzing cost as unblended or amortized, and even including discounts in your cost analysis. In the AWS Cost Explorer, you can effectively manage your cloud financials, identify cost saving opportunities, and optimize your cloud environment for efficiency. Understanding AWS cost and usage reports. The AWS cost and usage reports CUR is crucial for capturing AWS billing data. It provides granular, detailed insights into cost and usage data for all AWS resources. Enabling the CUR is essential for obtaining historical by the hour data, leading to accurate data driven insights and trend analysis. To enable the CUR, go to the AWS Management Console, navigate to the Building dashboard, and select the cost and usage reports from the left menu. Enable the CUR, create a report, and give it a name. It's advisable to include resources IDs for unique identification. Choose an S3 bucket to store the file, set a path, and select the time granularity for the data. You can choose to export the files for Redshift or QuickSight usage, altering the output format to be readable for Athena, Redshift, or QuickSight. Athena allows data analysis using standard SQL, while Redshift is a data warehouse service for acquiring big data sets, and QuickSight is a visually driven business intelligence service. After configuring the options, the CUR is set up, but it may take up to 24 hours for the first report to be delivered. Except, expect minimal cost from S3 for storing the CUR data, depending on the file size. AWS budgets. Let's explore how to set up automatic notifications and actions with AWS budgets to stay on top of your costs. To get started, head to the billing dashboard and click on budgets on the left. From there, you can create a new budgets and select from different types such as cost budgets based on actual costs or usage budgets based on usage like yours. Once you have chosen the type, you can set a budget amount and define your budget thresholds. You can also configure notifications such as receiving an email when a threshold is reached. AWS cost allocation and usage reports. Let's dive into the world of AWS cost allocation and usage reports. To effectively allocate cost, AWS enables users to tag every available resources. Tags provides the functionality to define metadata in the form of key and value pairs associated with the resources in a cloud account. With AWS cost and usage reports, you can track monthly AWS cost and usage associated with your AWS account. These reports contain the widest variety of cost and usage data and can be configured to show only the data that you want using the AWS cost and usage API. So planning out a staging strategy or standard is essential. It's best to keep tagging simple and easy to grasp and to adjust your tags to follow your KPIs once you determine them. In conclusion, With AWS cost and usage reports, you are able to store your report files in Amazon S3 buckets, update the report automatically, and make use of the AWS CUR API for automation or easier management through API calls. So start tagging your resources and gain valuable insights into your AWS costs. So let's start with some common tags that are used by most organizations. Some examples include cost center for business unit tag, used to show where resources costs are allocated within the organization. Another common tag is a service workload name tag, which shows which service the resources belongs to. Now let's look at some tagging best practices. First, align tags at your cost allocation strategy. Next, tag everything and find a purpose for each tag. Then limit the number of tags you adopt and keep it manageable. Consistency is key, so use a consistent naming convention. Automate tag management and set up policies to forbid launching untagged resources. Finally, audit and maintain your tag regularly to ensure their purpose and relevance. Apply these best practices to your business or organization for effective tag management. Overview of AWS customer support plans. Whether you are an individual user or a large scale enterprise, AWS has a support plan tailored to your needs. Let's walk through the different support plans offered by AWS. From the free basic plan to the enterprise plan for mission critical workloads, there's a plan for everyone. Each plan offers unique features from access to customer service and communities to health, status monitoring, and notification. The availability of technical support, option for contacting support, and response times vary with each plan. The severity levels and AWS response times differ for each plan, from 12 hours for developers plans to 15 minutes for enterprise plans. The response times are tailored to the urgency of the case. All paid support plans receive some level of architectural guidance, but business, enterprise on ramp, and enterprise plan receives the most contextual support and specific guidance. Enterprise customers also have access to a pool of technical account managers and a concierge support team for account assistance. No matter the size of your organization or the complexity of your workload, AWS has a support plan to meet your needs. So, essential AWS support resources. Whether you are new to AWS or a seasoned user, these resources can be invaluable for your cloud projects. The AWS Knowledge Center is a goldmine of support resources, including frequently asked questions, videos, and guidance for AWS services and cloud migrations. It's a one-stop shop for all your AWS support needs. AWS Professional Service or ProServes offers expert technical knowledge from your cloud projects, while the AWS Marketplace features software offerings from ISVs and AWS partners. These resources can streamline your AWS journey. In the unfortunate event of abuse and malicious activities involving your AWS resources, the AWS Trust and Safety team is there to provide assistance and support. There are just a few of many support resources available from AWS. Disaster recovery. Disaster recovery is all about restoring operations quickly with minimal data loss. These can due to catastrophic events like natural disaster or unauthorized access to resources. An effective backup strategy and redundant resources are crucial. RTO, recovery time objective, and RPO, recovery point objective metrics help establish the maximum tolerance level of business impact before regaining a stable operation state. There are a number of recovery strategies to consider when architecting in AWS for your DR plan to help you meet your RTO and RPO needs. These can be defined into four methods, with each one becoming more complex than the previous and usually more expensive, but with a decreased RTO and RPO at each stage. Backup and restore. This provides you with the highest RTO and RPO, and by high, I am referring to the time associated with your RTO and RPO metrics. Typically, a backup and restore provides in an RTO in 24 hours or less and your RPO in hours. Pilot Light. This method decreases your RTO to a number of hours and RPO down to minutes. Warm standby. With warm standby, your RTO can be measured in minutes and your RPO in seconds. Multi-site active. This is the this is the most expensive recovery strategy. However, it does mean that both your RTO and RPO are close to zero.